Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate.
What did you say? What are we talking about, man?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
shout out to good old technical difficulties. What is happening?
Why are you looking like that?
What is-
son? You look crazy right now.
Son, why is CB looking
You look
like
like
CB eating, snapping to a Slim Jim out here?
crazy right now.
Oh, my bad. Wrong podcast.
Why was you holding it like?
No, you got to get the existential vodka out here.
Thank you.
I mean,
appreciate that.
Don't forget the vodka.
Wrong
Polk, what's
podcast.
going on,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
Why are you all hitting right now, bro? What's happening?
What
man?
is happening?
Okay.
Word,
That
we
did
know.
not answer the
Can't
question.
practice. Nope, you can't.
That
Hope
didn't
you
all
got
hit.
green on.
No, you got green on with green.
Oh, Polk is he's a ghost.
You're a floating head, man.
It's the ghost of
Yeah,
Polk.
Is that a mustache? Did you lose a bet?
I told you I was going to do it.
No, you did, bro.
Let me see it.
That's what's
Let me
up.
see it.
That's what's up.
That's a
And we
coaching
only-
ass mustache, bro.
We only a weekend though, boys. So just wait.
It's gonna
Just
be-
gonna let it
Most
go. Blue man
most
to
Polk
it.
shit I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's. Where were you going, Jim? Where were you going, Jim? I told you to stay. I told you to stay on first. Come on, Jim.
My son?
No better than that.
Son, I told you not to swing
Yeah,
at the
I gotta
first
go- I
pitch.
gotta
The
go
first
all in,
pitch
man.
swinging.
Told you. Always got to watch that first pitch. Always got to watch that first pitch, Jim. Come on, Brett.
Polk
You know
could
better
have
than
won
that.
by 86 points.
Yeah, man.
897. He on the highest level possible. Polk,
And
you
happy
can't go
St.
green
Patty's
with
Day,
green.
boys.
Are you super green too? Because you're gonna be a floating head.
Yeah, man.
I'm wearing green.
I'm-
Is everybody wearing green?
No,
No, you can see.
not at all.
I wear green every show.
There you go.
Oh wait,
That's
there
it.
it is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Joe got some.
There it
There
is.
you go.
I got the shout out to Kingswear, man. You know what I'm saying? Got me right. Got the new hat with the U on the back.
Nice.
Needed to get
Yeah,
that
that's,
in order.
that's the one I need. I still
I
need to
got
get that.
questions, but in order to not be disrespectful, I'll ask you off air.
That's a size 8. It's a size 8. I know what you were gonna ask. Shout out to Kingswear and Adidas, man. The only ones that make hats that fit me. You know what I'm saying?
Only
Hey,
Hey,
listen,
our baseball hat to me, the
Tough.
flyest college hat. Period. Like
Man,
football,
Tough.
basketball, the flyest college. If they made it in a snapback, I'd own it, but they don't.
no, they don't.
I can't.
Gotta holler at Kingswear. Poke, what? Listen. All right, before we get started with the show, 21 people in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying, y'all.
Almost started doing up
Look.
downs. I looked at Polk just now and almost started doing up downs. I thought I was. In
I feel like I
trouble.
should.
He-
I feel like I should start doing
he's
like
a
jumping
strong
jacks and
coach
shit, fam.
right now.
I need to start wearing a whistle or something too.
Yeah. I need
Yeah.
to start doing like front back goes. You know what I mean? This is getting
Almost.
some alligator
That's right.
crawling.
last
in.
rep, boys. Last rep, boys. Last
Come on,
rep.
all you got.
Let's go. Let's
Oh,
go.
got that. All you got, face. All you got, guys. Come on. I know that ain't your best.
Hey,
15 reps
no
later.
football
still
coaches
last
ever did Riverside. Like if somebody get hurt, y'all just flip around and start going the other way.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
ever did that
Move
in
it to the
practice?
side, man. Move it to the side, guys.
We called it Riverside. Riverside. You be down there. You hear
When y'all ran-
Riverside?
When you run, you ever do last man up? You gotta sprint from the last person in the army. We used to run like the last person we'd run in a row in a line.
Yeah, last
And then the
person
last
gotta sprint
person-
to the front.
Yeah, last person
Oh,
gotta send that shit. That shit gets accordioned, and then you got because that one slow ass person just and then man, that shit used to
In
kill.
Texas,
Yo, I
they
hated
just
that.
run you until you
Dude
throw
in
up.
fat, the dude in front try to be all fast and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, slow that shit down. Play with.
That was
Yeah,
me
We
over
we
at you
always
and
put the
asked for
fast guys
practice
at the
with
front
me.
first to get them out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, a bunch of the dudes I ran with, man, used to be like marathon runners and shit. Like they'd run marathons for fun. So I'm like,
Yeah, the team was
Oh,
happy when I
assholes.
got to the front of the line. So
Let's slow this down a little bit. This is crazy.
Let's back this down a notch.
All right, Polk, it's on you, brother. Let's do it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm saying leave us 5-star reviews wherever you get your podcast. I always forget to do that. I'm gonna remember to do that from now on. Appreciate everybody in the chat rocking with us, man. What you got, C? What you got, Big Polk? Big Hulk?
All right, so we just wrapped up spring break. Get ready to kick off second week of practice coming up. But start off the week, we got Canes Pro Day coming up on Monday to kind of kick off the week. Seeing what's going on. I think we got something like 12 guys going to be in our Pro Day. So what y'all thinking as far as like where you thinking these guys are going to end up as far as draft-wise goes? Let's see. We got we got Tyler Harrell, we got Cohen, Matt Lee, of course, and of course James Williams and Cam,
Branson Dean,
two other guys that just Branson Dean, Corey Couch, Jaden Davis, CJ Floyd, Keontra Smith, and even Ryan Rigoni is going to be participating in Pro Day too.
I thought he retired from football.
Me too.
I thought I saw a post. I thought he wrote a post that he retired from football to become a coach. Because that was going to be his next step.
He's going to be a coach, no doubt. He's going to be a coach.
Yeah, he has no choice. Right? Like that's I thought he should have already moved on to like being a GA. Yeah.
Maybe he's just seeing what the opportunity is, right? Maybe he's like, let me.
You gotta stick your toe in the water, see what's up. You know, don't know unless you go out there and give it a shot.
Wish him the best. Wish him all the best.
And today's game, maybe no shade. Maybe he plays in the XFL for a couple years before he decides to go into coaching. If you still got the passion, and there's somewhere you can play, just like a hooper going overseas. You still got the passion. Right. Play a couple more years if you can.
Look, I'll give him credit. Starting with Ryan Rigoni is like if we start from the bottom up. Ryan Rigoni was always when he played, he was always in the right position, just undersized and underweight. Like that's just what I'm saying. Like it was just what it was. Like if he was, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches taller, probably a different situation.
6 or 7 inches taller.
6 or 7 inches.
Okay.
If he was a whole nother person.
If he was just
if he had somebody else's speed, height, endurance, strength.
If he just transferred his body into a completely different person, he could have been something. No disrespect to Ryan Rigoni.
If I had Mike Williams' height, Michael James' quickness. Yeah.
If he was just Kiko, we'd be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
he was just Kiko twice.
That was the question. Who and where are people going to get drafted? I don't see anybody going
this one
top 3
before the third rounds. And I really don't see anybody going before day 2 or 3.
I
think Leonard Taylor or Cam might be the first guy.
You think Leonard Taylor might be first? I think Cam is first.
Or Cam Kitchens.
I think Cam would be the first off the board.
I think
just
Leonard
from the way they talk about him, but keeping it a buck, like the combine results was bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was bad.
Okay, so look, I got a comment on the combine thing real quick. So
all right, you in charge, brother. Go ahead.
I don't know. It always bothered me that so much weight is put on just the combine performance. Why even play a season and have film and have scouts watch you if all they're going to evaluate is the combine? That's probably not the case, but the way they make it seems that way.
Anthony Richardson is a perfect metric for that, right? Anthony Richardson was trash quarterback at Florida.
Yeah,
trash.
It happens every year. Terry Poe back in the day shot up, and
it happens both ways too.
It happens both ways.
You could crash out. Yeah.
Kyle Bowler got on one knee, threw that movie 80 yards, and slipped
Jamarcus Russell, son. You know what I mean?
Jamarcus. Yeah.
Christian Ponder.
Another one.
You know,
I think
Darius Hayward Bay.
You can see certain things though from the combine. Like you can see explosiveness, physical attributes. You can see at the combine. You know what I mean? And NFL, they think they can mold you into what they want to mold you as. You know, it seems as though a lot of people, especially in Miami's case, are playing out of position. You know, like they think Leonard Taylor was playing out of position. James Williams,
playing out of position.
So, if they get you in, They can do what
well, I
they
mean, that
want.
was, as far as the position goes, that was kind of out of a necessity on Miami's part.
Well,
Yeah, but
and
that's a different
reluctance,
conversation.
a little
That's
bit
a
of
different
reluctance
conversation.
too.
Yeah,
Some
completely different
reluctance
conversation.
there. There were some coaches telling a couple of those players where they should be playing.
mhm.
There was some reluctance there.
Right.
What I did like that I saw from Cam is obviously he didn't run the 40 that we wanted, but if you look at his splits while he was running drills, his
Sure.
speed
Mhm.
in some of those drills was on par, if not quicker, than most of the safeties out there. Cam has never looked to me like a guy that is going to test well. He is not a lab
facts.
guy. He's a football player. James should test off the chart. Those kind of athletes. That's like, oh, you put him in a combine, and so James, I thought didn't test his. I thought he'd run a little bit better than that. To be honest, they'll both run better at the pro days.
He gained a lot of weight for
dropping down.
Yeah.
Well, if he's going to play backer, he needs to put a little on. So
I think it's all about scheme. Depending on how you get James Williams, the Cowboys got that linebacker Bell last year, kid 14, former safety. They bumped him down and moved him as a little bit of both. Hey, what's happening, buddy? So I think it's how James is used. But I agree. I say Cam probably first off the board in the third. I would say TC is probably a little bit of a sleeper in this class. I think if someone can get a hold of TC and coach him up, I think he's shown he's coachable. He showed that he can grow a little bit later in his career than maybe we all wanted, but we saw the progression in TC last year. That proves to me that he's coachable, and if put in the right position, he could be a really solid player in a defensive back room. I'm not saying it's going to be Tyrann Mathieu, but a good solid nickel, especially in today's game, is.
I think it reminds me of Sam Shields.
But see, Sam Shields, I think was criminally underutilized. He didn't even play corner here. I'd say he reminds me more of who's our guy last year, 8 that went Ivy. How Ivy impressed so much when he got to the Bengals, and we saw, that there's probably some more meat on that bone. I think we'll find the same thing out with TC.
Yeah, I think unfortunately there's going to be a lot of undrafted free agents. And
most of this class is going to be UFAs.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
sadly.
So with as bad as, well, not bad, but with how Cam performed at the combine, do you think he does anything to improve his stock at Pro Day?
His last year, Sam Shields did play corner.
They
moved him over because he couldn't catch. He couldn't catch as a receiver. He had all the speed in the world, but then what he became in Green Bay wasn't what we thought he was going to be. Yeah, shout out to Cuban came in. Me and him always arguing. It's my guy, bro.
He was nice for a couple years in Green Bay too.
Yeah, won them their Super Bowl because he shut down their like number 1 wide receiver when that first Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl.
Big 37.
To answer your questions, Polk. Yeah, I think like the football people know Cam is nice. Like the football people have been singing his praises since he came out. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think he's gonna get drafted. I don't know. I mean, a pro day, I guess, can improve his stock, a little bit because he's gonna run faster at pro day like everybody does. It looks like the clocks are a little different or something. I don't know. But
4.8 to a 4.2 is a little weird.
Yeah,
but,
you know
what I'm saying?
Well, one thing that the combine doesn't show though is instinct, and that's what Cam's always been. His instinct on the field and to be able to dissect plays and be in position to make plays. So you got to think that's got to be something that's high on the radar too. So I mean, they got him listed as for Mel Kiper's got him as the number 8 safety overall. So I don't know. I think he's at least a day 2. Number 8 safety overall. Wow. And Matt Lee is the number 6 center. So.
I think part of that is the physical attribute. I think part of that is size.
He's smaller.
And,
he's like 6 foot, around 200. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on what he weighed in that day, what he had for dinner the night before. Like Cam's was a smaller guy. Who knows what I'm saying? Again, it all depends where you land, man. If you have the right DC and right,
man.
He could ball, but I think he's number 1 off the board. The other guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know so much.
People
want to tell me James, but like he gained so much weight and then he tried to drop it. Bad decision. Like, if you know the combine is coming, don't gain 10 to 15 pounds and then try to drop 10 to 15 pounds and you still try to go on the combine as a defensive back.
Y'all remember Deion Jordan from Oregon? The reason I say James might go first is some GM is looking at James's measurables. He's looking at 6'6", and on his game, we know James could run a 4.5 4.4. Now, whatever we saw, we don't know why, but we know he's an athlete. Some GM may go, look, they didn't use him how I think we could, and that's a first round body. That's first round athleticism. Facts. Somebody may say, let me DJ Hayward or who is DJ Hayward, the receiver from the Raiders took years ago. Sometimes they fall in love with the package and not necessarily how the package projects or how it was used. I don't pause. I'm a grown man and I'm talking about football. If what I just said made you think of that, that's a you problem. So that's the only way I could see James going before Cam is maybe a GM just falling in love with that skill set and going, I could mold, like Joe said, I could mold that. They say hubris, man. Talent evaluators have hubris.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I want to ask a question. There was a young man that came to us from Alabama as the #1 guard in the country, Javion Cohen, and now we're not hearing great things about his pro day and all that other stuff, right? Where he might get drafted. What does that say about, you know what I'm saying? Because last year he was, if he would have came out, would have been a first round pick or whatever. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's all hyperbole and bullshit. A year later, how does that happen?
Well,
Joe,
I don't think he would have been a first round pick. I think people say that because he's an Alabama offensive line and the PFF numbers say he's never given up a sack, but he would have had to go through these same drills where he would have, you know what I mean? And I think from what the Senior Bowl evaluators said is they didn't think he was ready last year, and they were very vocal about saying how much better his technique was after Mirabal got his hands on him.
Definitely.
And what we did hear a little bit was some technique issues and some inconsistencies with his technique. But hey, big offensive guard like that, you ain't going high anyway. You want to make a room. And as an interior offensive lineman, as long as you can get your foot in the door, you can find yourself and carve yourself out a good career. It's like with Matt Lee. If Matt Lee goes in the 7th or even undrafted, you could still end up having a 10-year career as an interior guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the evaluators, like CB said, man, they had glowing remarks for the technique and how much improved him and Matt Lee were under Coach Mirabal and Coach Cristobal. So that was
the news we heard last year, right? Sorry, Polk. The news we heard last year was that was just like the Alabama NCAA, industrial complex pitching them like that. Because now we're hearing, now we're hearing it like, thank God he came here because now he stepped his game up. That's weird though, right? Like how those two things change. How like the people like Joe, like how you said, the people who know football were like, this dude ain't ready. But the narrative behind them and the Alabama industrial complex that is Nick Saban was like, this guy would have been a first round pick. He would have came out last year because you heard it all over college football and with the experts. So that's interesting.
At Alabama, you have teammates, man. You have 5-star teammates all over the O-line, so that kind of hides some things. You know what I mean?
So,
that's why some of them numbers ain't always what they're supposed to be.
Right.
I think
it's like didn't give up a sack. How do they even quantify that? Like, you know what I mean? But I saw a better Cohen this year, and maybe he's another guy just don't test well. Some guys just don't test well, man. I knew dudes that look blazing fast, but as soon as you put a stopwatch on them, that 40 time looked like trash.
Yeah.
And then you get them on a field, and nobody could keep up with them.
Jerry Rice.
Some people are football players.
Terrible combo.
Yeah, because when you got straight line speed, but then you got game speed or football speed. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're two completely different metrics.
There's nobody chasing you when you're on a 40, man. You know what I mean? There's no safety,
Right.
no linebacker, no corner chasing you, man.
You're not in cleats,
And you're not chasing-
you in track.
You're not chasing
track
nobody.
spikes
And you're
ain't
not chasing nobody.
cleats.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you're not a track guy, you run different in spikes than you would in cleats. It's a different style of running, period.
Yep.
So if you're not a track guy, you're not used to. Everybody don't run pretty. Everybody don't run on the on their tippy toes. So if you're not a track guy and you're trying to learn how to run that way, and you're used to. I know some dudes that run flat footed as fast as hell. You put them in some spikes, they probably slow because they don't know how to run on their tippy toes like that. So sometimes guys are football players. They're not athletes. They're not combine guys. They're football players. And you put them in some pads and you see a different style of football player. And we got a couple guys like that are just football players.
Who y'all think goes? How many guys get drafted? Give me a number. Joe made a crazy face. Poke, what you thinking? You in that mustache is very distracting.
I'm saying I'm going with 5.
Okay.
I think Cam is the obvious one.
I need to hear those names. Let me hear 5. Let me hear the 5.
I think Cam is the obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the next one is going to be James.
Okay.
Then I think Matt Lee gets drafted. He's the number 6 center in the draft. I think he's going to go somewhere. Maybe not as a center, but like CB was saying, maybe one of those interior guys. I think Cohen goes. There's plenty of teams out there that need offensive linemen, and I just think they're going to go. And I think the fifth one is going to go.
You're saying signed, not drafted, though, right? Are you saying drafted or
no?
signed?
We're saying drafted. We're saying
drafted.
Selected. Drafted.
Okay, so Matt Lee and Cohen going to get drafted.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then the fifth one, I think, is going to be to Corey Couch. I just think he's going to, I think he's going to be one of the ones, and somebody had mentioned it in the chat before, is going to kind of increase his stock tomorrow at Pro Day. And some people are going to take notice, and might take, a shot at him, late. It's going to be late, like maybe the last round type, but I think he's going to get drafted too. I think we might have maybe 2 other UFAs.
I'm going to go
12.
I'm going to go for same group, except for I think either Lee or Cohen may go undrafted.
So who's your 4th then?
TC.
Oh, TC.
Just because nickel guys, man. If you if a GM is seeing a guy that played nickel, did really well at it, he's physical against the run. He ain't your prototypical ball hawk, but he proved this year that he's coachable and that he can be developed. I could see somebody in that 7th going, all right, let me take a shot here, because you gotta have DBs nowadays. You got to have them, and guys that are versatile. That's a great roster spot, and he may be a guy that can play some outside, some inside, and special teams. So he's a guy that may be a good roster spot guy. Just like the interior guys, a guy like Lee can play all 3 up front. He may get selected because of that.
So none of us have Leonard Taylor in our 4, right?
I'm worried about Taylor.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about it.
I'm iffy on it.
I love LT, but I'm worried about LT.
I mean, I've told y'all in our chat what I think about that. So
yeah, you have.
I just want,
Corey Smith says, good point, Chalupa. Good point,
I'm worried.
Chalupa. James Williams to the Dolphins.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad.
They needed. Yeah, that'd be solid.
I wouldn't be mad.
You're a Bucs fan, though. All right, what else?
I grew up.
Jaden Davis. Okay, Jaden Davis Jaden Davis has a chance. Yeah,
I can see Jaden Davis making a roster. I can see him making a roster for sure. I don't know if he'll get drafted, but I can see Jaden Davis again. Bring him in, right? And then he's another guy again. He may fit a couple roles for you. He's a guy that can play special teams early. He's played every position in the secondary. His size is his only. If Jaden Davis was 6'2", this wouldn't be a question.
Okay, so when you say it's different.
So if he was a whole other person.
He's a whole other person.
A whole other person. That's a crazy ass. It is, though. Shout out to Ryan McClain, man.
Thinking?
Yeah.
Joe looking at that list right now.
Yeah, I don't. Drafted, and I think everybody's going to get signed. Drafted?
Slim.
I think being nice, 3, being generous. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, definitely Cam, James, and then the third is like up for grabs, son. I don't know who the third may be, man. It may be LT, it may be TC, it may be Matt Lee.
Did you mean to rhyme? Because that was on time.
I was about to say.
All right.
That was
My dog rapping out here.
We out here battling.
Out here spitting
I'm thinking of
lines.
all the other players. I'm like, who he finna hit the punchline with? he don't got nobody that rhyme left. I was like,
No, that's it. That was all
rhyme
of
with that.
We could go BD. You know what I mean? Branson Dean out here, man. You know what I mean?
It's a roster.
Yeah, I think they make rosters, definitely. You know what I mean? But there's really no need to draft a center for real. Like you can sign them. You know what I mean?
You can sign them, yeah.
Plenty, to go around. So I don't know, man. I just maybe the pro day can help. I really hope Cam runs better. TC, like you mentioned, CB, if TC is gonna play, he's gonna play a slot, right? He's gonna play a nickel, right? He has to run. He has to run well. He has to show that he can run. Because when you're not that big, it has to be something. So if you're 5'10", 185 pounds, you got to run well, man. Or it's like, what are you doing for me? You know what I mean? So
I don't know about LT.
Such a crazy take. This is such a crazy take. Hopefully they all go to the Giants so I can be disappointed by players I like. Oh, that's fun.
Hey, here's a fun one. When do y'all think is the next draft will have a first round guy in?
Yeah.
When do you think that'll happen for us?
Are we okay? So are we telling lies or?
I mean,
I'm about to drink a big jug of Kool-Aid.
2026. Yeah, I think 2020. Oh no, next year. Cam Ward.
That's
first overall pick, baby.
Cam Ward.
Exactly where I was going.
Yeah, Cam Ward, first round pick. Yeah. 100%.
We'll see.
Yeah, who's the quarterback class in college next year?
Next year is Shador. It's the young man from it's not. That's not it. The young man from Georgia that everyone loved this year didn't come out. Carson Beck. My God, they love that kid.
Yeah, in the neck.
I don't know.
Got the gym
not many. It's not like this.
It's not many though.
Hold on. I know I'm missing somebody else.
Who?
Drew Alar. Is he draft eligible after next year?
Is he?
I think so.
He's one of the top rated for.
Yeah, so you got Drew Alar from Penn State, Shador, Connor Wegman, Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers, Jalen Milroe, Preston Stone, Dylan Gabriel,
Malik Henry,
Riley Leonard.
Oh, Quinn Ewers. Can't forget about Ewers. These guys like him.
Jefferson.
Will Howard.
At the crib, I call him Ears.
Jalen Daniels from Kansas.
Will Rogers.
Cam Ward, Graham Mertz.
No, he's not. He's going undrafted. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even mention that. Come on now. Come on, stop it. Stop
we have switched over to the XFL portion of the show.
If you or your friends want to start a football league, No kid, serious.
Oh, hold on. I got you. I got your list right here. Shador, Alar, Wegman, Beck, Ewers.
He wasn't listening.
And
he wasn't listening.
Riley Leonard. You cannot forget about Riley.
No, we didn't because we just said it.
We just said it.
We went through the same list. Number 9.
Yeah.
I was laughing at Mertz because that Mertz went through me. That Mertz went.
Mertz is on the list, man. Mertz is on the list.
No, he's not, Joe.
Mertzy, go to page 3. Go to page 3.
Page 3, and neither are the scouts. Joe,
load more.
No more.
No, because you get the pop-ups once you go to the next page. They trying to
Hold
serve
up,
me
hey.
ads on his page where Graham is. They
404 internal error.
they hit a pop-up. All right, we ain't expect nobody to get here. Try to sell them something. Sell them something. Sell them something.
Oh,
Do you or
that's a
your
solid
friends
class,
suffer
though.
from mesothelioma?
We can't forget about Florida State savior DJ Uleng.
yeah.
Nah, he gonna be selling life insurance. He good. He's straight.
KJ
Definitely,
Jefferson.
Cam Ward definitely has a chance to submit himself.
Cam Ward. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I think Shador Sanders is the best 2025 QB to me.
Yeah. Shador is that dude. Shador is
I
that
think
dude.
Cam
Yeah.
Ward has a
I think Cam Ward is next. I think Cam Ward is next.
Yeah.
Right behind Shador. 100%. All right, real quick. Let's before we get to your next topic, we had a question here that I wanted. Y'all hear? It was a question about Cormani rumors.
Oh yeah.
Guess he's out of Colorado.
He ain't coming here regardless. He ain't coming.
Y'all trim.
He ain't coming here.
Y'all trim. I moved on from it. I ain't got. I moved on
from it.
If
he is really out of Colorado, I see him landing at Florida State anyway. So
if he leaves Colorado, it's Florida State.
Yeah,
it's Florida State.
So
but the
question is, would you take him? The question is, would you be upset?
Oh yeah, I take him. I ain't y'all. People wild.
I take him. Yeah,
I take him.
Yeah,
I take him now.
Business.
What?
Oh, yeah, right now. We need it.
Two things.
Yeah, 100.
One, you can't have number one. Two, I need you to make a post that say y'all trim with our location, and we can have you back. Yeah. But y'all know how I feel about that. If it was up to me, we'd have another corner in the room right now. Next topic.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, take him right now.
We're gonna keep talking about that, huh?
What we got to keep talking about corner all
spring. Gonna keep talking
because it's so light in the room.
But we could have had another one, huh? We could have had another.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
See, Joe still hasn't gotten over that, guys. Come on now, don't be. I'm saying don't pick out the old guy.
Not that corner. We talking. He's Steve talking about another corner.
I'm not over that either, but I didn't think we were gonna get him.
A young buck.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Coach, everything.
The one that should have been here from the jump.
Yes,
and then we should have had him from the second jump.
So Ronnie. What do you mean? What message does that? There's people who don't commit or whatever go and come back all the time. Like, it's not.
Jaden Davis did
it. If JJ wants to transfer back next year, he's coming.
Daryl Porter Jr.
I mean, there's people who don't commit to Miami out of high school, leave and then come back. There's no.
Yeah.
Daryl Porter Jr.
What has Cormani like? We don't. Yeah. We don't know that Cormani has done anything bad. We don't know that. You know what I mean?
It's just he flipped and went somewhere else. Like that happens all the time. That's every recruiting cycle. You're gonna lose somebody. You think Ohio State's happy that we took Justin Scott? Fuck them. I don't care.
But that's business. Justin Scott, Ray Joseph. Bro,
every running back that commits. Yeah, every running back that commits to Ohio State, we're taking. Like, oh yeah,
so we gonna act like our DMs didn't get blown up when Nick Saban left about Kevin Riley possibly coming back.
Oh yeah. I was too happy about that shit. Artavius the Real Spell says I'm that who said 75 on offense and 99 on defense. Y'all make great content. Appreciate you, Artavius, man. You know we out here just trying to do our own thing. Yes, sir.
We do got a 99 overall defense, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, 100%. It's 99 easily.
I don't even think that we know he is leaving, right?
Jordan.
It's just been rumors.
Lineman, the offensive lineman the other day posted and said, "I don't know what y'all talking about. He literally is here with us."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
it's just.
But that's what's crazy, right? Is like the people who brought up the rumors don't even got none confirmed about nothing from nobody. They're just like, I heard it from this post. I'm about to say something different. I heard it from this post. And it must be true. I had 7 followers, but it had Cormani in it.
He easily could have been home for something. It could have been an emergency where he had to fly home for a day or something. Like it could have been anything. Bro he could have been at the crib for a day for whatever reason, and then got shipped right back to Colorado. Somebody saw him at the gas station and was like, "Oh."
This is Ronnie responding to you, Joe.
Dion
Ronnie says Dion message to the world is that Cormani fault. He's not on the field. He focused. I'm not worried about the flip and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he
on the field because
might,
he was a young incoming freshman.
Facts. He
was
not
17 years old. He wasn't focused at the time. But what did we see towards the end of the year? We saw him get on the field, and he looked pretty good. Clearly, he needed to change his body and everything when he got to Colorado. I watched a lot of that well-off media stuff, so I saw those early practices where they made him throw up. He just needed to adjust. Look, man, these kids go from being the guy everywhere. Sometimes you have to knock them down a peg. You have to.
And he was, and I guarantee you, stuff was just handed to him on a silver platter at Lakeland.
Facts.
Yeah. 100%. It's Lakeland. It's Lakeland. They should
he moved from Miami to a different altitude, son. Like, yo, Denver, like you working out.
You got seasons.
In Colorado, like you.
Fam, look crazy, again. We're gonna try to get a handle. Listen, we gotta remember, man. Just if they're not Hall of Famers in their first year, guess what? They got time to develop because that's what you're not gonna be a superstar the moment you get out of high school. Because the moment you get out of high school, those ratings and all those rankings don't mean shit. You in there, you try to learn like everybody else. So you got to get off the star chasing and the star pedestals that we're told that they are.
I put it like this:
Punk ass
Ellis Robinson after the spring jumped in the portal.
Take him.
What are we saying?
Son, I'm driving to
what are we saying?
Georgia to
Here it goes. Hold on. And then
I'm
what if we hear he not working out at Georgia because they got some issue with his work ethic? Y'all don't think Mario gonna say I can fix that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna change that
real quick.
We did it.
Everyone did it all has an ego. They all do.
Yeah.
Everybody can fix
Ellis,
that shit.
Yo, Ellis, I'm outside, fam. Yeah.
I'm right here.
I'm still the Pathfinder.
Now we good.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I got you,
son.
Yeah.
I got you. You ain't gotta worry about gas.
Yeah, I got you.
Don't even worry about gas.
You wear a size 10.5. Yeah, we got the shoes in the car.
I got you, man. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, got some you heard merch for you. You know what I'm saying? Sprinklers in the air.
Know this on.
Don't even worry about it. We got hoodies too. What you need? YouHeardPodcast.com.
But I don't think he's
Poke, what you got?
I don't think he's leaving Colorado.
Nah, he ain't leaving, man. No, he doesn't have to. You don't have to leave right away. You get 2 transfer portals every year. Why you don't have to leave? If after spring he wants to jump, that's his right too.
I mean,
and if he ends up at Florida State, we're gonna cook his ass.
Sheesh. Yeah, CB, you could. I don't even want to. I don't have nothing to say.
So we move into 12 teams next year.
For a year.
For what? For a year or 2 years, and then it just came out that they agreed to go to 14.
14.
Yeah.
And then they announced the numbers for the revenue sharing.
Split. Oh.
I mean, if that doesn't yell,
extortion. It's called extortion, guys.
That's what it is.
Who is in the room for the ACC? Does he have headphones on? Like, what is he doing during these discussions?
He's back there in the corner playing Candy Crush on his phone is what he's doing.
What? That guy's playing Gallagher. He didn't think we noticed. We did. Like
we saw it.
He in the corner, bro. They give him an action figure. Like the rep for the ACC's over there. Like,
what? Yeah.
The SEC in the corner, like $50 million. The ACC dude is like,
he's like, yeah, what? Huh? Yeah, go.
Yeah, we're good.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Y'all think it was that technology? I think it was
whatever y'all want to do. Yeah,
I think it was a bobblehead, yo. I think they gave the ACC commissioner a bobblehead and he just kept pressing.
Nah, they give him the controller that's not plugged in. It's not plugged in. Yeah, you playing with us. You playing with us. Who's my guy? It's one of them. Stop talking.
Listen, whoever the SEC chief is, don't know your name. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Yo, salute to you, bro, because you got everybody by the ball.
Oh, he been a beast. He been a beast.
Son, you are a problem. You negotiate like a monster, fam. Like that is crazy. 58%. 58%. That means they're gonna get 58% of those college football playoff spots too.
Y'all like that.
You have to look at what they bring
Greg
in.
Sankey. Shout out to Greg Sankey.
You have to look at what they bring in, man. They do bring the Big Ten and the SEC bring in that paper, man. What?
Yep.
You want to do?
I mean, it's just moving more to
you split the money.
two major conferences,
better between
and
the
then everybody
conferences.
just
The ACC may be able to do
split
some
the country in
better.
half.
I hate this for college football, man. Like the
It's
game that
done.
we grew up loving is done.
Yep.
Real conferences that made sense. Conferences that had real rivalries that were tied in, that went back to when my dad watched and his dad watched. And bro, all that's just gone now. Bowl season, bro. Y'all remember old school bowl season? Watching Vanderbilt versus West Mary, and it was live. You know what I mean? Like, you remember that?
They were
You
fighting
remember
for
how?
it. Yeah.
You remember that? You would get those games, those second tier and third tier games that were tie-ins, but it was like, oh, we ain't never seen this person from the MAC play this person from the Sun. So you would get that one time of the year. Oh, we get to see the Pac-12 versus the Big Ten in this bowl game. Like that, bro. I grew up loving that. That's what I loved about college football. It's killing, to me, what made college football lovable for all those years for me as a kid. Like I don't know, man. I got a massive problem with moving to an AFC and NFC essentially. I don't like it. I hate it.
You know, I could tell you the exact moment. To me, the exact moment it died, like before, like the TV negotiations and all this shit. Was the next thing when all these contracts are up, next thing is going to be streaming. And Netflix going to try to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? Peacock, they're all going to try to buy in. It's not just going to be the networks. The day Jadeveon Clowney hit that Michigan running back, I feel like that's the day this whole shit that, because Jadeveon Clowney in future years would not have been playing. That was the number one pick. Would have been sitting out that bowl game that don't really, you know what I'm saying, that don't really matter, because then all they're winning is a trophy. I think it was like the PepsiCo Gator Bowl or some random ass shit. In a game where like nobody really went to except a whole bunch of Michigan fans. You know, like that's the day it died. It was like after that, it was like, yo, why am I gonna do that? And it is. Those days are long dead and over. SEC dominated the shit. Yeah, SEC dominated it, and
it's not going to matter what the outcome of the bowl games are now, because every school is going to be getting a cut.
Yeah, it's going to be the big two.
It is the big two,
right?
It is the big two
now, but it's going to be basically the SEC and the Big Ten, and that's it. Right? Is that what we think is going to happen eventually?
And to answer the question, it wasn't just Joe. To answer your question, and it wasn't just they agreed to it. You got to remember the SEC and Big Ten are in the position of power, right? So if you say no to them, like, I remember you saying no, motherfucker. So when it is the big two, they're gonna be like, yo, we're not letting you in because you said no, bitch. Yeah. You said no. Remember? I'm Greg Sankey, ho. Yeah. You gonna stay your ass over there. True. Enjoy the Big 12. So you had to vote unanimous. This isn't just like, yo, why would Miami's trying to get in the Big Ten? Miami's been trying to get in the Big Ten since they got that special decree or whatever the fuck it is a couple years ago that only Big Ten programs need. So Miami's trying to get out of it, and it's dead. What we saw, what's fucked up is 10, 15 years from now, there'll be generations of kids that won't even know what the fuck we're talking about. We're going to be those old-ass motherfuckers.
They don't even remember styles of football. You remember when Pac-12 football was different than Big Ten football. It was different than Big 12 football, than Big East football, than SEC football. Styles made matchups, and then the bowl games were so much fun because now we got a Big 12 team that airs it out and scores 80 a game, but they can't stop nobody. Going against Wisconsin, they can stop somebody, but they can't score.
Yep.
Like, I miss that, man. I miss that. The conferences don't make sense. You in the ACC, you in the West Coast. It makes no sense. It makes no sense for time, for times of games, for travel, for regional pride, for recruiting. It makes no sense. The Pac-12 was great because on the West Coast, you probably felt seen for all those years because games were on at a time that was feasible for you. And we all remember staying up till 10 watching Oregon back in the day when they first popped. You had to be up at 11 o'clock to watch Hawaii. During them Colt Brennan days, man. I remember that. I was staying up. That's never going to happen again. Those Cinderella teams would be suppressed. That'll never happen again. First of all, they're not going to get the recruits because of the money. They're not going to get the exposure. I don't know. I don't like the current state of college football, and I don't care about NIL. It's not because of NIL. It's because of the way conferences are structured, and the postseason has been. I don't know how you fix it, but they've killed the postseason. They've absolutely killed.
Yeah, they're dead. 14, like 4. What? So it'll be 7 bowls that matter, right? Like the following year. So next year is going to be 6. The year after is going to be 7. because it goes up to 14 teams. It's still going to be dominated by 26 is going to be dominated by 2 conferences, right? It's still they're going to get the percentage because that's where the money is. That's what we're told the rankings are going to matter for, right? So like you basically you have to win a
bowl game essentially in the tournament.
Yeah, there's however they designate the bowl games, it'll be a party on the road too.
That make though? So hear me out. 16-team tournament, right? I got to win 3, 4 to get into the championship. Did I win 4 bowl games? Did I walk away with a Peach Bowl trophy and then a Rice Bowl trophy?
Yeah, I don't know how that. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? How does that even work?
I have no idea how that's going to be set up.
How does that work? If I win 3, do I walk away with 3 bowl game trophies? You know what I'm saying? Did I win the Sugar Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Tony the Tiger Bowl this year?
If we're keeping it a buck, that kind of sounds badass though. If you won all 4 though, right? Like you collected those 4 like Thanos, and you got, you know what I'm saying? Like each of them get a trophy on. Huh?
But then it waters it down though, right? Like it waters it down. Do you really care that you won the Peach Bowl if you won the Natty at the end of the? You know what I'm saying? The Peach Bowl.
They're gonna have to start that shit early. Like, are people playing every week? Like, they're gonna have to start that early. Like, bowl games are gonna have to start as soon. The players.
Does the number 1 seed get a bye? Does the 1 seed get a bye, or like does one play? You know what I'm saying? One play 12.
Go back to the old bowl schedule. Everyone that wins their bowl game goes into a tournament.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
How live would that be? You get the Sun Bowl winner versus the Tony Tiger Bowl winner. Do something.
That's a real bowl too. This is crazy.
Because then you carry your bowl with you, so that these brands will get they'll get their exposure. Oh, Georgia won their first game. They won the Sugar Bowl, so they represent the Sugar Bowl throughout the rest of the tournament. Sugar Bowl winner, blah blah blah. Because how do you get your publicity as a if Essentia says we want to sponsor a bowl game, and they're in the first round?
That's not Essentia, man. That's not Essentia.
And Miami wins the first game, right? And then the second game, they win the Peach Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They got no publicity from sponsoring a bowl game. It's over now. No one cares about that first round win once you win the second round.
Unless kids to stay. I wonder how you're gonna get kids to stay for this whole shit, man. Like,
get the BCS.
That's what I
bring back the computers.
I want to be. I'm cool with the BCS. I'm cool with it. Let the computers.
You know what? This is why I love these conversations. We don't ever plan this shit. I think this would be the only way to get the kids to stay, though, right? Like, because they have. Let's say they're the 10th ranked team, right? And they go on a run. Those players are gonna have to stay, right? Like, you think they got a chance?
That's just gonna have to be.
I mean, Flo's already told us, right? Like, NIL is an incentive based. However they do it is however they do it. So that's a whole different thing.
All right, look at Texas, right? Malik Murphy this year was like, I have to enter the portal. We have a chance to win a natty, but quarterback spots are drying up, so I have to leave. Mm-hmm. Let's say he dips because he has to. And then Ewers, knock on wood,
gets
hurt.
I don't think that's happening, kid. I don't think they are.
And then are they going to want to play in all these games? Like,
I don't think so.
You might have a chance. What is it? 3 chances to get an injury, 3 extra chances to get an injury, right? Because it's 2 bowl games.
It's got to be money.
If you
got to start breaking players off. Hey, if you win, everybody on the team get $500K. It got to be something like that.
Something
in this day and age, and we doing everything with money, so you got to keep it going. Put money in players' pockets. Make a purse.
You want to address this?
Are you? Hit me on the side, fam. My dad was a Rolling Stone.
I say that. Pops was a Rolling Stone. Everywhere he laid his hat was his home.
Maybe,
come on now.
Maybe the idea is a purse for the winning team that gets trickled down to the players. All these players don't make NIL deals. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the idea is a purse. All right, per round to keep them in it. I don't know, because I tell you what happens. What it should be.
No,
the natty stopped being enough when they got rid of the crystal ball. Let me tell you something. When they got rid of that crystal football, everything changed. The trophy trash now. You remember they would rate, bro? I miss college football. I don't even know what it looks. If you showed it to me, I don't think I would like. If you put it like in a row, I don't think I'd be able to pick it up. It looks like
not just because Miami hasn't played in it.
You could buy on Amazon. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it does. You know what it looks like? It looks like, if in my mind, doesn't it look like the PS5 standing up? Isn't that kind of one?
Yeah, it's kind of
right. Like that's kind of what it looks.
Yeah.
Man, I
They
missed
got
the
that little
crystal
V to it.
ball, bro.
I was on Chad Channel last night. The idea was structured the NL that the players play games for 3 years and get their full amount. But you can't do it that way because from my understanding, and y'all tell me, it's not an incentive based to it. It's year to year. They can't do a 3-year contract because of the transfer portal. Remember, you got 2 chances to leave. So that is going to be, you don't get paid.
And you are technically
and,
not allowed to be paid to play football. It is
correct.
name, image, and likeness. Theoretically, there should be a product
that
you are endorsing. I don't even like the idea of collectives. You should be endorsing a product. It is name, image, and likeness.
Joe says peace.
Oh, that's a good question. What would you tell Q?
Listen, man, I'm old school, right? Play. You're supposed to play. You have a commitment, play. Because all I care about is winning, me personally. But he's not me. So if he had a chance to go top 2 rounds in the draft or something, and you're not playing for the Natty, like, you know, do you really want to play in the Cheez-It Bowls, huh? No, I don't think.
No.
Hell yeah,
so,
man.
So hold on. So the question is, if you're in the playoffs,
changed. Because back in the day, the answer would have been hell yeah. That's I'm here to finish, bro. Like I can only speak for me because my dream was never to play in the league. I'm 5'11". You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were 6 foot. Hold on. All of a sudden, this IQ's changing. You told us you were 6 foot like 3 weeks ago.
I'm like 5'11", and me and my dad are like 5'11" and 3/4. Well, we're not 6 foot. I don't think I've ever been exactly 6.
All right.
Never mind. I've been 6 foot once, but I lied about it. I wanted that scholarship. But for me, my dream was college football, so I can't fathom. Yeah, I want that Cheez-It Bowl, bro. I may never do anything at the next level. This may be the last trophy I get.
Yeah, and for those guys, that's what's up. But for guys that are going to be first round picks, I can't do it.
You're living life changing. You might be leaving life changing money on the table. That's at the end of the day.
Highsmith. Not Alonzo. Melvin Bratton.
He does have a green screen for the record, but he just has green in front of green. Yeah, he didn't think that through. That's why he looks like a floating head half the time. Shout out to my guy Polk, man. You look like the karaoke shit with like the bouncing ball.
Yeah.
When you start moving around, this is dope. I love it. What else we got here? Attach a clause. Starflow says attach a clause in the NIL that they are to show for bowls. You can't assign anything football oriented with NIL. NIL is basically just for advertising.
Name, image, likeness, not football.
Yeah, they're not allowed to be paid to play the game. They are.
See,
what? I'm 33. I turned 34 this year.
What?
Y'all think I'm 23 years old?
CB don't know nothing about no back of the day.
You think y'all think I'm 20? Hold on, let's have a conversation about it. Y'all think I'm 23? God damn! I need to. You know what? I'm coming. I'm doing something older next week. I don't know what it is, but
we're a Kangol and a.
I'm gonna come over here in a crushed velvet 3-piece suit. Nah, you know what's old? Corduroy. I'm gonna wear a corduroy suit.
Oh, don't do that. With the elbow patch.
With the
elbows,
with the fake
bow tie, son. With the bow tie, you gonna do the bow tie?
Looking like Indiana Jones.
Son, he's 33. Hey, Alan's saying Father Time has been good to you. He's 33. Right. It's not like he's 60. He's not 66 out here talking about. Hey, bro, you don't even look your age.
12.
How'd it go from 23 to somebody? I think
Alan was like, "Hey, did his mom sign a permission slip for him to do this podcast? Is he allowed to?"
Oh shit!
Has he been?
Yo, Alan thought you were old as fuck. Alan thought you were older. Like, you know what? You do look good for 33.
Let me ask y'all hypothetical.
Yo, ain't you like 20? What up?
Let me ask y'all hypothetical.
See, I turned the green screen on now, so
that's what happens. Just go like, hey, folks, do me a favor. Go like this.
Follow the bouncing head.
Oh, I love
bro.
When
he said that, I looked over. He looks so comfy. Like he has y'all seen Harry Potter, the invisible cloak? It looks like he has the invisible cloak on right now.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a painful question that may come true. So let's say we do solid this year, right? But
Right.
we don't make that playoff. But we want to finish the game strong. We want to finish the season strong. We want 10 wins. We only got 9.
Mhm.
And QB1 don't play that bowl game.
He's not. I'm sure.
He's not. He's not going to play the bowl game.
Yeah,
But we got QBs backing him up. Son, we got a good QB room, baby.
I'm not okay with that. You need to finish the season.
Well, fortunately, it's not you.
We are paying you way too much. You need to finish the season.
Unfortunately, it's not you, son. It's him.
If he don't play all them games, I want some of it back. Not all of it.
What,
just
some of
Cash
the
App us
1.5?
some of it. I don't know the full number, but Cash App some of it back.
You want it prorated? You want it prorated?
He just got a national deal.
I want it prorated.
I think Cam Moore just got a national contract, like for a national advertising thing. So he's
gonna need that.
He's good.
Well, no, he signed it. He signed, but it was for a 2-year thing. So how does that work?
He probably still
first year in the league.
them in his first year of the league.
Okay.
Or
do y'all ever see?
He can't come back another year. Can he?
No, he can't. Right?
No,
Can you pass a year to somebody? Can somebody else be like Shang Tsung? I'm gonna give Cam my year. Can you? Could you do that?
Nah.
I'm coming out early, but he can have my junior year. Could you do that?
Do y'all ever agree? Do y'all ever see a profit share model? NIL has kind of saved the NCAA and colleges in this conversation. They still stealing money. Not everyone gonna get a great NIL. Thoughts? No.
The NCAA didn't want to do this shit.
Nick Saban doesn't want to share shit, son. Nick Saban won 18 national championships. He did 2 years of NIL. Said, "Fuck y'all. You're giving y'all way too much money."
There ain't nobody on the NCAA board that's happy that quarterbacks making $1 million in college. They didn't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're keeping it a buck, though, how much longer is the NCAA even going to be around?
That's facts. I hope
as long as
they one bad decision.
As long as
they one bad decision away from.
As long as the SEC needs them to hammer it out on other people, that's about it. SEC's keeping them alive because you see the SEC. Tennessee had like 122 violations. You're cool. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. Let's just don't even worry about shit.
Bro, 122 violations is fucking crazy.
Fucking great. Like that was the report, right? It was like something wild like that.
What they gonna take from Tennessee though? What they gonna
Puff
take?
will start the bowl game. Yeah, Puff will start the bowl game. You're right about that.
Puff pass. Yeah.
Puff pass. All right.
Did JB
this
leave?
Is one
what the fuck is going on with people? What?
Everybody's already 3 practices.
Listen, man, I love JB, but I think it's time that we
say thank you.
I just don't think they're feeling him like that. I really just don't think they're feeling him like that. Not for us. Not for us. It don't matter what we think. You know,
we know that.
Let's have the convo then. Let's have the convo.
Obviously,
I think he's gone.
You think he's here all year?
I don't. I really want for him to leave. I want him
Yep.
I want him to leave and go play somewhere and
I think he needs a fresh start.
Yeah, I don't think they want him to
He's gone.
CV
has a problem with accepting.
We're not happy about it. We had to come to terms with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what I want, but for his best interests, I think it's time that he goes, son. If they wanted him to play, he would have played.
Hold on. Before we get back to this, what Bears? Cow Bears or what Bears?
Yeah. What Bears you talking about?
Bears?
What Bears you talking about?
Got no quarterback.
What
Bears? The cow? You're a cow fan?
The bad news Bears? What you talking about?
Type of XFL
you talking about Caleb Williams?
The Country Bear Jamboree Bears?
Y'all about to give him a piece of the franchise? That's what his daddy say he want.
That's what his daddy said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love JB11 what the staff showed there in confidence, taking care of his development. I actually think they developed him well. I just don't think he's in the cards for them. I just don't. You know what I mean? I think they're some guys are just on the outside looking in, regardless of.
I don't want to talk about this no more. Run the Canes where at.
You know what? It has been an hour. It has been long enough. Let's do this.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right, fellas. Before we get up out of here,
DMing Mario right now.
Hey, ask him. Ask him what's popping. All right, man. The spring break is over. It's a wrap. That's it. Guys back to work.
Back to work.
Practices Monday, Wednesday, Friday again, and probably their first scrimmage this weekend. We'll see. I don't know exactly what the dates are. Mario, we get back. Who's after this shit? What y'all feeling? What y'all want to hear about? Reports. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know it's just spring, but who do y'all want to hear about? I just want to make sure that Trevante makes it to spring healthy. If I'm keeping it a buck, that's all I'm concerned with, because I want to see him at spring game. What about y'all?
Same.
Polk, let's go with you.
Cortez Mills made another crazy catch, y'all.
When doesn't he?
That guy is been my number one for so long. He's staying.
Well, he wasn't my number one, but my number one is not on our board anymore. So he's now our number one. My number one.
Yeah.
He was my number two. In my defense, he was my number two, but they both play on the same team. Like I like Nahshon a lot. Nahshon reminds me of like Justin Jefferson a little bit, but
yeah, I can see that.
I think for me, Cortez has probably got him a little bit. Like they won A, 1B for me, but Cortez probably is.
Just Cortez.
I'd say my top five. Period. Cortez is on my top 5. Period this year.
Yeah. Who's your number one overall?
Mills.
Okay. Overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Joe Hasey's question. It's just
spring. You know,
Elijah.
DJ Pickett.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Y'all know, let's rewind that. Y'all know who my number one overall is.
Yeah. Hilton Drake Stubbs.
Drake Stubbs.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
DB1.
What do I want to see? I don't want to hear any reports. Forget them damn reports, man. They corny.
I just want health.
I want to hear reports from certain people. I don't want to hear reports from other people. So I want to hear the real shit. I want to hear what's really going on in them trenches. I want to hear who's really looking bad, who's really looking good. And
I don't want to hear just positive. I got tired of all positive shit.
Yeah, until they got the pads on and all that, I really don't, they need to be full padded up. I don't care what's happening.
Scrimmages. Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about the fucking weight room. I don't care about nothing. Just show me the pads and see what's popping. Yeah.
Show me everything. Show me everything. If somebody start tying their shoes different, I want to see a video of it. Show me everything.
No, we want to see everything. We want to see everything and judge it for ourselves. Because the reports we get is everybody's fucking superstars. We're about to. This team might be 12-0. They were like, this is very misleading. And then all the guys you tell us about, none of them fucking start or play or get any burn. That don't make any sense.
I want to see linebackers. I want to see linebacker. I want to hear more about linebacker reps and how they're breaking that down. There's a lot of young guys that we're trying to figure out who's going to be on the field. They gunning for starting spots, and I would love to hear more. We heard some buzz about Cameron Pruitt towards the end of the week, but I want to hear more. How's Malik looking? How's Popo doing? How are they running first or second, third team? Who's getting, swapped out? Who's being dropped down to defensive end? I want to hear how the linebackers are being used and as it pertains to the different personnel groupings, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Move the camera over Cam Ward. Like, you have other people. Like,
we've heard
Cam Ward. We know he can throw.
Yep.
Like, let's focus on some other people for a minute.
Yeah, I want to see more images of the 6'8" left tackle and see how his footwork is looking. You know what I mean? I want to see Jalen Rivers
6'9".
6'9". I apologize to. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to become a whole other person. He is two people.
He's a whole nother person.
He's two people.
He ate the other person he was supposed to become and consumed his strength.
There can only be one, is what he told that motherfucker in the womb. It just said, we're done here. Next time for you.
That's a good shout, though. We haven't seen a lot of O-line. They gave us a lot of O-line last year. We haven't seen a lot of that. A lot of applause, a lot of guys like that. I'd love to see how those.
Yeah, like I want to hear some real shit. Like I want to hear like, yo, who's this guy had a trash day? Like that. That's one thing we barely ever hear. Is like I don't want to hear glowing reviews about everybody because
not everybody's
5 and 7, 7 and 5. Not everybody's gonna have them. Let's we know CBs because we're fucking so short. They're gonna struggle.
Yeah, well, no, I don't. Mari coming back. It's gonna.
I'm working on an interview with Joshua Moore. Of course I can. I don't think I've put his eval out yet, but I need to because he's on my list. Usually I reach out once I put the eval out.
Do the eval,
yeah, and then I reach out after that. I'm like, "What's up, y'all? Y'all wanna come on my show? It's weird, but we'll have fun."
No, I'm just saying. I'm hoping with Damari coming back, that's gonna like kind of light a fire in the cornerback room, and we'll be able to hear some more. Because right now we're working with 4.
Yeah,
he makes 5, but you got to think that there's some kind of cross training going on there with other people in the secondary. So
and plans in the portal. And plans in the portal.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
We gotta bring in a Jaden Davis. We gotta bring in a veteran, somebody that can play multiple spots.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, Ronnie. Shout out to Ronnie all up in the chat today. I want to hear about someone pushing Bain, Ward, Francisco, all of our best guys. I don't want to see anyone laying down and accepting second roles. Push them regardless.
I think we're getting that right now.
Oh, I think Bain,
especially at edge.
Yeah,
you got some hungry dudes.
Yeah.
On the edge out there, going to be fighting for time.
Yep.
So, and
I got
think
dudes in Bain's class that are still fighting for time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jaden Wayne.
Yeah.
Jaden Wayne's fighting.
Linebacker's another one with them young dudes, man.
Those are my guys.
Being passed up at edge and linebacker this year. Somebody's getting passed up by somebody younger than them. It can't happen. No. It has to happen. They're not going to sit back and wait for too long. Popo not waiting for everybody. Marcelius ain't waiting for everybody. Joe, why you smiling?
What you about to say, Joe? You about to talk some shit? Nah, say it. Say it. What are you going to say?
No, I guess, yeah.
The other linebacker losing their spot.
The other linebacker spot, yeah.
Dang,
one linebacker
he's on the watch list.
In the other linebacker spot is definitely going to.
You talking about Popo's spot?
No, the other whoever's the other linebacker besides linebacker, but
not number one. The other linebacker spot is on the watch list. That's a spot that I'm. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at too.
Wesley has a battle going on. Yes,
Wes is going to be fighting.
So we're all clear. We're talking about the spot that Popo Geary. But then again, Marcelius looked really good last year.
You still got Chase Smith too.
Yeah, you still got Chase, and
I think Chase is going to play that KJ Cloyd kind of role
for that West role, because when we saw West get bumped down a lot, so Malik would be nice there. Cameron Pruitt was taking some reps with the ones towards the end of the week. I don't know if that was because of injuries or whatever, but that was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to happen during the spring, though.
I agree with that. He's injured too, so he's
forget about Nigel Kelly. Forget about.
Well, they play different roles, so you know there's an end and then there's a jack position. Yeah. So Bain is the end, and Kelly will be on the other side.
The jack.
I think Jaden Wayne is probably a jack.
Plays that same, yes.
Elijah Austin is a jack too.
Well, it's better to take 2 steps forward.
West got.
I think Austin gonna get busy this year.
He's gonna play the jack position. I think he plays that jack position too.
Yeah. I think Kelly get busy if he comes back healthy. I think people forgot how much of a freak Najalik is, man.
Mm-hmm.
That length, that bend, if he can come back healthy.
Yeah.
That defense is all about the safeties. Safeties are the biggest question marks. Everywhere you kind of have a lot of pieces, see how they all fit, but safeties you kind of be like, who the fuck is even back there? We like a lot of guys, but unproven. No snaps except for one. All right, before we get up out of here, gotta be chasing transfer portal bound. Down the spring, gotta go take that shit now for real. Yeah, 100%. This is his time.
He's looking good though. From what I've seen, he's looking real good.
And you can't even hate players for that too, right? Because you got to chase your dream too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got that time. All right, man.
You try. You know what I mean? You fight. You don't make excuses. But at the end of the day, if you can't get on the field, you gotta.
Announcements.
I think Polk's announcement was that mustache. That's what his announcement was. That's why he hit it. That's the announcement.
We're not announcing the spring is locked in and all of that.
Yeah. So y'all know how we do Into the Canes verse every year. Second year, every year. We're gonna continue to do it. We always are.
Year, yes.
The second, and it'll always be done. So it's forever. So this year it's a bigger list, man. Y'all want the announcement is gonna be the list. Y'all want to
hit them with the list.
Miami Flow's gonna be there. Cafecito and Canes. 305 Sports Now. Big Will's gonna be there. X from Canesville. Shelton Doucette. JD the Garbage Man and the Metro Royal Boys are gonna be there. Let's see. We got Vish from Buckets Podcast. We got everybody, son. Everybody's coming out. The list is forever continuing to grow. Stevo, Rasta's coming. The GOAT Dono's coming. Azubi's gonna be there. You name, everybody's coming, man. Caneswear from 10 to 12 p.m. the day of the spring game. We know it's gonna be
to 12 p.m.
Well, yeah, obviously, Joe. They're not open from 10 to midnight.
You can't say.
You gotta be specific. You know what? You're right.
You gotta be specific. It's not common, son.
You
10 a.m.
show up at 10 o'clock
10 a.m.
at night. Where they at?
10 a.m. Hey, people calling us, leaving us bad reviews and
it's
shit.
It's just gonna be me outside of Caneswear.
What the fuck you heard it?
TV. What you doing here? I thought 10 p.m. too, bro. It's just me and you.
My favorite moment is gonna be when Azubi
just doing a live
Azubi and CB meet is gonna be the moment right there.
It's gonna be
Spider-Man gift.
The Spider-Man.
If you're listening to this, Azubi, Spider-Man emoji, yes, but I just want to cut a very small video with you. The Wayne's Brothers intro. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing color. I just want to do that. That small piece of content is all I'm going to Florida for. This spring game, I'm going there to shoot this video with Azubi.
Derek Cole from Can Gang will be there too.
Hey.
Yeah, Dirty Bird will be there. You name. Hey, listen, man. Whoever's not there, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Everybody
it is what it is.
Your favorite Kane, your favorite content, and even if we haven't named them, they probably will still be there. Ben is talking to people every day.
Surprises too. There may be some surprises that come.
Once we get the list from what recruits are going to be there for the game, I'm going to start trying to reach out.
Yo, poor Knox, that is facts because it's impossible to talk up in that.
I'm Uber. I don't know.
Hey, get there early. Get there early. We're going to be doing. You might have to get there early. We're going to be doing a live show. All of us going to have, you know what I'm saying, a little things in the corner set up, interviewing all, because it's too hard to like bring them out. So we're going to be rotating out, just bringing you content all day from 10 to 12. We're going to be live. Shout out to Brett from Caneswear, letting us rock with them again. The graphic is coming out right after this show, Into the Caneswear second annual, and you'll see who's on there. It's crazy, man. So thank you and salute to everybody who rocks with us. We've only been doing this a year and a half. It's that You Heard podcast, man. We up out of here. We're going to talk right after this about some stuff y'all can't hear, but we out, man. You heard. Peace.